Alright guys, welcome here to the next game, Mouse versus Complexity. Mouse Sports versus Complexity here in the JoinDOTA Masters number 8. With me is Durka, and we will be bringing you all the games of this wonderful little tournament. Also just tried to get ourselves into the game, but Sexy Bamboo, epically slow computer, didn't manage to load through, and we're all sitting in the lobby currently. Seems to be, 1 second. Now Holy Master's also not in the lobby anymore. I'm kind of scared that we're gonna get left behind. Durka, why don't you say hi to the viewers? Join again, Holy? What's going on? Okay. Oh, there we are. Oh my goodness, okay. Excuse me guys, we are now in the game. I was pretty afraid that we're not gonna make it, but here we are. No, I don't just join the new lobby. Alright. What's gonna happen now? Sorry guys about this, but this is how it is sometimes if you're not sitting on LAN with other people. It's kind of weird. I think are we gonna go to the other lobby now? So everybody's switching over to the other one now. So will we? It has to be this lobby. It has to be exactly this lobby, guys. Alright. Navi Puppy on the broadcaster slot with myself. I feel so honored. But yeah, Mouse Sports lately, actually guys, you've been watching this cover screen here the entire time. Let me just jump you into the game itself. And here we are, Complexity versus Mouse Sports. 1437, Black, Sing Sing, come with me as well. Sexy Bamboo will be going up against Fluff and Stuff, Jo, TC, IX, Mike, and the last one, Sexy Bamboo. No, it wasn't Sexy Bamboo. Who's the last one from Complexity? Bum, bum, bum. Man, who is it again? Hannah Montana, exactly, man. That name is just erased from my memory because it's so bad. Alright. So, I hope we'll get started here pretty soon, guys. Of course, again, this is for the JoinDOTA Masters number 8, and while we're waiting for the game to get underway, I am Epi from epicommentary.com, and with me is Durka, my co-caster, and we're covering this tournament for you guys, as well as the JoinDOTA Open coming up next week, as well as the European games for the Pro Dota 2 League. So please stay tuned, support us by subscribing to my YouTube account, like me on Facebook, and yeah, also support Durka because you will be hearing a lot more from us in the near future. Where can they find you, man? Alright. So, Hannah Montana, where are you at? There we go. We're gonna jump ourselves basically immediately into this game. Here we go, finding a server, and I'm pretty excited for this game. This game is gonna be cool. I hope it's gonna be cool and awesome and action-packed. But one game I'm looking forward even more is Virtus Pro versus Dara, because Dara have been drafting like crazy lately, and I hope they will also try to use these crazy drafts against their upcoming opponents. Okay, we're going to the draft phase. Let me switch these overlays. Hi guys, thanks again for tuning in. Check me out on Facebook. Go to epicommentary.com where you can find all my social media network pages. And alright, thank you guys for tuning in. Let's watch this. Darkseer, standard ban, coming out of Mouse. Complexity. Have they been invited to the international too? Yeah, but Mouse haven't. Yeah, exactly. And Mouse Sports can make a statement here by beating this invited team and get themselves pumped up for the open qualifiers coming up next week. All day there's going to be games to be played. Evoker gets banned out here by Mouse Sports. Enchantress still in. Well, I should rather say Chen is still in the pool, as well as Panda. Brewmaster, man, it's going to be a while until I get rid of that name in my... yeah, it really is. Lone Druid is also one of those guys who has a Warcraft 3 alias, but Lone Druid also still in the pool. Chen gets banned out now by Complexity, which leaves Enchantress still in the pool. First pick here for Mouse Sports after they each get one more ban, so up to now, this is a really standard draft. Yeah, gets banned out as well for the first time in I think all of the games we casted. We won't see Nature's Prophet, which is also a nice change, and we will see Leshrac. Look at this guy, looks like a total boss. He has the craziest head I've ever seen. He grows a beard out of his head in some strange way, but yeah, feared in the competitive scene at the moment is Leshrac because of the Diabolic Edict doing such an intense amount of damage, as well as the nuke potential that this hero in general brings to the table. And Complexity is taking their time to think their response through here. Windrunner is still in the pool, as well as Enchantress. The two redheads are pretty frequent counter picks or just pickups for the team, which is in the second pick phase here. But here they go for Enigma and Queen of Pain. So quite the unusual response here. Yeah, so Enigma with that jungle potential. We saw Enigma in the last game also head toward the jungle, showing how quickly he can get his core items up. Queen of Pain, of course, a really strong laner as well as a sick teamfight hero just because of the positioning this hero brings and the nuke potential as well. And here we go with the Shadow Demon. Also has established himself as a trendy support hero in the current competitive scene. Always good to have along with Leshrac. Will make it possible for the stuns to set up and to isolate heroes out for that Diabolic Edict. And also a nice, well, it's a very versatile spell to have for sure. Yeah. Hmm. So we still have a Brewmaster, a Train Protector, we have a Lone Druid as well as, I know I'm missing one big hero. No, I didn't say Windrunner. Yeah, Windrunner, of course, but then I missed two heroes. Windrunner, of course, gets overlooked quite often, but it's such a powerful hero. Such a good hero. If you want to see a Windrunner and how to play that hero, man, guys, go check out Dara versus Navi on JoinDOTA.com. Dandy gets his hand on exactly this hero here, and his shackle shots are just wow, just crazy. And it is that one skill that makes people consider him slightly overpowered at times because just disabling two heroes in a team fight for almost 4 seconds is ridiculous. So, first three picks from Mouz before they head to the second ban phase here will be Leshrac, Shadow Demon, as well as Windrunner. Game that has some really versatile team fight and push potential, but not giving away a lot from their strategy. They can still like shift either way with what they want to go here. And so is Complexity, not giving away much at all here. Go with the Lich as well to steal some XP as well as gold, and having that possibility of supporting a hard carry in toward the mid lane or even on a different lane. And yeah, mouse boards here, removing out that Beastmaster. Don't want to deal with that BKB breaking ultimate, as well as the vision that the Hawk gives. It's not to be underestimated because having a Beastmaster on your team is always a nice asset to have. And Complexity here is definitely drafting quicker than mouse boards. They're definitely taking their time, maybe an indicator for how serious they're taking this game, because they really want to get to the internationals too, and I don't blame them. It's a lot of money at stake there, and Brewmaster gets banned out from Complexity. Alright, if as you said, and that's a good possibility, if Mouse Sports go for that early to mid game push strat, then I will call right now a Pugna pick. If they choose to go for that really early game thing, because on the complexity side we have like intensely mana intensive heroes. That was a weird construction of sentence there, but yeah. But again, Pugna is a really squishy hero, so if they do pick him, then they will need something like that Night Stalker they just banned out. He would have rounded off that team completely nicely, but just that Nether Ward to have against these heroes would be a huge asset. Hmm. But yeah, maybe most sports now. I'll be very interested to see what they're gonna go for now. Enchantress gets banned out now, so want to limit the jungling heroes here for most sports. And Puppy has definitely shown that Shadow Demon as well as Pugna can be very effective junglers by exploiting this mechanic with the Smoke of Deceit not being broken by spells. So you stack up those creep camps 4 or 5 times, pop that smoke, and nuke away. So they're going for the Lone Druid. Okay, so again, still complementing their strategy because the bear at level 4 will get that demolish passive and he will bring towers down really fast. So this is still a possibility. Hmm, that is true. That is true, man. That pipe will be an excellent item choice for sure. Maybe have Windrunner going for the mech then. And yeah, now complexity might have been caught a little bit here by surprise because they are now digging into their bonus time and well, what could they go for here? They do have a crap load of magical damage already, so they would need some beefy hero. A Slardar, he's really mobile, has a good strength and pool, and the bash as well as the minus armor could help them kill the lone druid later on. But they will definitely need something along those lines, something to stand against this lineup. Well, there we go. Yeah, that is definitely the difficult thing of playing hard carries, to make sure you're getting those creeps per minute really high up and then being there when your team desperately needs you. To decide, um, oh wow, Earthshaker here. Yeah, to make sure whether or not you really want to leave your lane or you want to stay and farm, and that's tough decisions sometimes. Okay, Mosports here finishes up their team with an Earthshaker, so they have a very well-rounded team, I must say. The Fissure with the stun, with the ultimate, will give them some good team fight, as well as Leshrac with that team fight. Good support coming out of Shadow Demon, the utility added to them by that Windrunner, and Lone Druid to secure them those kills in the mid to late game. On the other hand, though, we have complexity already with a really well-rounded team. 3 heroes with a bunch of magical damage. Well, 4, Morphling also has a bunch of magical damage, but we have this mid-game super force. Queen of Pain, if she gets a good farm, she will most likely be going toward the mid lane. They have a black hole for Enigma and the ultimate from Lich. So they have, and the support coming out of Lich. So they are equally as well rounded, and they will counter, or they will basically respond to the Earthshaker pick with the Sand King, who will also bring more teamfight to the table. And now my theory crafter heart is beating because I had the sound in-game sound off, but now I have it on, and I will go into this here as well. Dim dim dim. Oops, I have to get rid of this here actually, sorry guys. Here we go. And put mouse over here. Yeah, so my Theory Crafter heart is beating high because imagine Enigma Black Hole 5 heroes with the epicenter and a Lich ultimate. Basically never gonna happen. Okay guys, Sing Sing will be on the Windrunner. Bamboo on Leshrac, come with me, will be on that. Earthshaker 1437 on Shadow Demon, and Black will be heading toward the bottom lane on his lone druid, and 4 heroes grouping up to go into inside the woods. And yeah, maybe you go over the guys here on the complexity side.
Well, I was just going to say, you were commenting on how Queen of Pain might go mid, but with the Leshrac and SD combo on that mouse side, they'd love going mid with that combo and just disrupting into stun and demolishing whoever's mid, and Queen of Pain would have a tough old time against that, so it looks like it's going to be Morphling Lich mid, possibly. But yes, we do have JO on that Morphling, we have IX Mike on the Lich, we have TC on that Queen of Pain, and Fluff and Stuff on that Sand King, all roaming around that sort of top area. Someone's being caught out here as a disruption on TC, stun from Sexy Bamboo into Fisher from the ES, but TC looks like, oh,
wow,
one last right click from 1437 on that SD, finishing him off. Really nice chain stunning there.
Yes, exactly. Thanks for pointing that out and keeping your eyes on the action there, because that indeed was a really nice first blood. Even the blink, first skill for Queen of Pain, did not save her life there. Good play coming out of Sexy Bamboo and his Mouse Sports squad, and this will be some extra motivation for them as they linger even further in the enemy jungle here. 2 aggressive wards placed, 1 to make sure they have some convergence from the mid lane possibly toward the top, scouted out for sure, and 1 aggressive ward right around here to know, to get them vision on this TC. Oh, look at this. TC on the Queen of Pain, already knowing that he might be in trouble there, uses his blink. Maybe also get to the lane faster. We have Sand King in the jungle on warding / counter warding duty, Fluff and Stuff here. I'm now going to realize that the 30-second creeps did not spawn. Here he goes. Counter wards this here. 1437 moving in. Has vision on this. And so does Fluff. The tactical movement phase is begun, but Fluff will be successful in dewarding this here.
This is really nice laning from Mouse. I was expecting the Earthshaker to sit at bottom lane and support this Syllabare, the lone druid, but it doesn't look like he needs it against the solo Enigma. The Windrunner can hold against the Morphling and Lich at mid lane, and seeing as they're a dual lane against the solo lane, they're going to be lacking behind in experience there as Sing Sing gains on them. And the trial lane at top is just very dangerous for that Queen of Pain, as we saw with the first blood. Disrupt into Fisher, into Soulcatcher, and that's half his hit points gone instantly.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Really nice combination here coming out of most boards. And that's the versatility simply of that disruption. It sets up so much and is just such a useful spell to have, and that's why Shadow Demon is also one of the harder to master heroes for newer players, because they don't quite realize the versatility this skill brings with him. Meanwhile, on the top lane here, Sexy Bamboo taking a bunch of damage from TC here. His blink is ready, but he's playing a little bit cautious here, because Sexy Bamboo is also standing quite aggressively still for being so low on HP. Pops his salve right now. 1437 moves in. Wow, nice fissure here into the disruption. Soulcatcher as well. Oh, Sexy Bamboo mistimes his stun here. Oh, too bad.
Just mistimes it by, I don't know, 0.3 seconds or so.
What a really nice fissure coming out of Come With Me here, who has also posted on his Facebook yesterday that he can see himself quitting Dota if he is not invited to the International 2, because he's given up so much for that. So we'll see how this goes, but what you guys think of this attitude will be for you to decide. Maybe it was just him trolling, but I'm not too sure. Alright, on the top lane still though, Mouz not letting off. The Edict already going to work here. The first glyph of the game here, used from the dire side here, Complexity, and TC is hiding up in the jungle. Fluff and Stuff moving into support. The tower already losing 1/3 of HP. In the middle lane, Sing Sing standing his ground against IX Mike, who's just sitting on this high ground here. This is something, if you are a support hero on the mid lane, you basically try to get him away from the creep so he can't actually last it, because if he tries to commit in the exchange, hit for hit, then you have one more hero on your side that will support you with this. So once you have established that lane dominance and you can force him to move back when you move up to him, you can basically just stand on here on this high ground right there, out of tower range, inside of the enemy hero, and give that freedom to your hard carry. Here, moves in, Morphling waveforms in, and Sing Sing immediately forced to pop his Wind Round down to 70 mana, and that's the thing. Jo is going to have a good old time here in the middle lane.
Like you said, out of tower range. I don't really agree with Lich's first movement there, where he went in and over and got hit by 2 tower hits. I mean, it just wasn't really worth it because he was taking more damage than he did to the Windrunner. But then the second move they did, where they landed a Frost Blast into a waveform, that's perfectly acceptable. Nuking down that Windrunner, so he's very scared, very hesitant about coming towards that creep lane.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, look at the item. Go F5 for the items, and there you go. It's all ironwood branches.
How many branches do we need? But yeah, Black doing really well against that Enigma at bottom lane, getting as many last hits as he can, but the Enigma obviously denying with his Eidolons. Black sitting at 25 for 10, Enigma sitting at 4 for 10, so he is getting a nice big gold lead there.
Black, also German player. Really, really good farm on his hero right now. Let's see how he will do in the later stages of the game with this, how he can utilize this farm he's getting right now. We have Fluff and stuff as well as Queen of Pain moving around here in their own jungle. The aggressive ward from most boards here behind the tower is not really helping them too much because they don't have vision of this action, but they can deduce logically that I can't see them and my ward over here, and I saw them at the wave, so therefore they must be somewhere around this area over here.
Black taking 400 damage there from the tower for a couple of hits on the Enigma. Again, not really worth it. People not really realizing that tower aggro is going to latch onto you.
By the way, guys, if you're newer to Dota and you are diving the tower with a creep wave and I had a big spike there, and you're diving this tower and he starts to attack you, just go A for attack and left click on one of your heroes. Here we go, disruption up on Fluff and Stuff. I will have to give you this tip later on. Now Sexy Bamboo lands a stun and Fluff and Stuff looks in big trouble as the Edict eats through him, but it gets dispersed among the heroes. TC blinks in, Scream gets the kill on Leshrac. In return though, 1437 uses an intelligent self, but it's not enough. He goes down to 2 more last hits, so they don't get the kill on Fluff and they lose 2 heroes instead. 2 for 1 now, the score in favor of Complexity.
Completely turned around. I mean, the Lich counter-warded the rune spot ward on the north rune from Mouse Sports, so they had no idea he was coming. They've had no vision on that rune spot for the past 3 or 4 minutes. So they didn't know Lich was coming. They thought they had the advantage there on the SK and Quop, but just got caught out a little bit, and they paid for it.
Yeah, and here we go. Sing Sing at 6 minutes, staying on 15 last hits. That just shows the effectivity or the effectiveness of a support here in the mid lane with your hard carry, because you can see, is it Yayo or is it Jayo on the Morphling?
As far as I know, it's Jayo, but it could be Yayo, I'm not sure.
Jayo is also easier to pronounce, man. Alright, Jayo here sitting on 35 last hits, so he's 5 last hits behind Black, so it looks kind of even right now. Let's quickly check here how the gold grab tells the tale. Yeah, Radiant starting the advantage with that first blood gold. And here we go, initiation on Sexy Bamboo. Fluff gets stunned by Earthshaker. It returns stuns 1437, looks in big trouble here, goes down immediately. Fluff and Stuff follows. Enigma went down in the meantime to most likely Black on the bottom lane, but yeah, here we go, 3 to 3 the score now.
Thought you had that, didn't you?
Oh, look at this courier. Look at this flying courier of the day.
One of the new courier models, yep.
Wow. Man, Valve, you guys are so cool.
But yeah, Black on that bottom lane, he dived back behind that tower, took out the Enigma. I wasn't watching, so I don't know what exactly happened there to allow Hannah Montana to be in that kind of situation. But he has picked up his Soul Ring now, which will allow him much more creep control and that farming power.
Yeah, Sing Sing picked up his bottle as well as Morphling. Both of them are going to look toward finishing up their first big core item now, or bigger core item, as we are slowly but surely leaving the very early stages of the game. The nighttime has hit, starts in at 6 minutes. By the way, guys, as I said, if you're diving a tower and you get aggroed and you have some creeps that are out of deny range of your own team, just hit A for attack, left click one of those high HP creeps of yours, and the tower will switch aggro away from you. Always nice to see, because in the public games I always see heroes that get attacked by the tower like run all the way back, take like 3 more tower hits until they're out of range for the tower, and then the tower switch targets, and then they come back in to keep on attacking, and that's not, you know, you gotta get with the times, guys.
Well, it's not efficient. I mean, Dota is a game about farming efficiently, moving efficiently, warding efficiently.
Exactly. Here we go, smoke gank on bottom lane against Black. Here we go, stun, nuke, another nuke, and Black in big trouble. Gets some good damage out on Hannah Montana, but goes down nonetheless. My goodness here.
Notice on the map how there are no wards whatsoever. Neither team knows what's going on, and every single gank is going to be blind.
Yeah, that is true, man. Pings go out from Black, saying, "What the F, guys? I have no wards." Maybe he says it with a German accent. "What's the F, guys? I have no vision." Region rune picked up here.
And some observers on the Sand King as well. He's going to look to ward up, because they really do need that vision on this team.
Sing Sing now has his phase boots completed, switches it to his favorite inventory slot. Let's quickly check here. 1437 on the bottom lane, taking on some Eidolons. Black here, continuing his farm. Boots on himself as well as on his bear. Pink's going out on the top rune here, Fluff and Stuff, as well as Earthshaker. Get to know each other a little better. On the top tier 1, TC still farming away, laning against Sexy Bambo, going aggressively, nuking him down, Sexy Bambo having none of it, auto-attacking him back. Fair exchange in hits here, or in damage I should say. Let's quickly check here, as I will keep my camera up on TC here, who has his ultimate, so he can melt the Slash Rack here really quickly. The tower aggro, he has 3 more creeps left, he's waiting on his chance, but Sexy Bambo, as you can see, knows this very well and stays out of vision. So this just shows the caliber of play that's happening here right now. So I'm just gonna quickly here do a check of the last hits here. We have 45 on JO, we have 55 on Black. All in all, if we compare the gold graphs, it's still in the favor of the Radiant, but it's regarding the last hit farm in itself, it's plus minus null 0 because of that. It's still sitting at plus 500 for the Radiant, and that is due to the first blood. Experience-wise, wow. Well in the favor of the Dire. Wasn't expecting that, to be honest. On the top lane, Fluff and Stuff here, waiting for his chance to go in on Sexy Bambo. Sexy Bambo showing that he will keep his cool. He will not overextend. He's alone. He doesn't have any vision. So he will just... Oh, here, Disruption, but nothing going to fall on this here on Hannah Montana on the bottom lane. As I was saying, Sexy Bambo just showing that he is a really experienced long lane player as well. He knows that there's heroes missing, and he knows that he's an easy target for burst damage, Queen of Pain. Fluff and Stuff here going for it, but Sexy Bambo's movement is just too safe, too safe. Here we go, bottom lane, Black as well as Come With Me, and 1437 approaching this tier 1 tower. Stun goes out, landing on Hannah Montana as well as Lich. TP comes in, Disruption lands here. TC has ultimate, everything ready, but blinks right back out. Enigma, Lich as well as TC don't want to give up this tier 1 tower, but on the top lane now, Fluff and Stuff goes out. Where's Sexy Bambo? Oh, he also
he's at bottom lane. I didn't notice that either. I was looking for him as well.
Alright. Alright, now the warding is up. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, as you were saying with Sexy Bamboo's play, he was playing very safely, but you also noticed that he didn't rush the arcanes. He's gone for a bracer and looking to go into drums, just because there's so much nuke potential coming out of this Dire side. He needs that extra HP.
That is true. Here we go. Morphling again. We saw last game what a powerful hero he is. He can be beaten though. Sexy Bambo now did a little trip to the middle lane here. 1437 is going to try to find himself a disruption. Just went in for a little bit of last hitting here in the quick wave. Now going to go right back out. Just bought something up here. Let's check what's on the chicken here. Just a TP apparently, you know. He's got a chicken. Haste rune picked up by Morphling. Action's gonna go down on bottom lane. Orange, pink though. They know what's going on. Support TP come in. Oh, Hannah Montana goes down as well as Lone Druid. 1-for-1 trade so far. TC gets shackled to a creep. Wow, okay. Missed most of the action here, but I think this is a trade that Complexity will be happy about.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, also, Sing Sing had just rotated to that top lane to look for his farm, because he'd been sitting at the middle lane with just phase boots and bottle. You know, he's got a fair bit of experience, but he'd been shut down a fair bit at that middle lane. So he'd gone top to try and fight off against the SK, but all of a sudden he's forced to TP bot to try and save people.
Yeah. By the way, in the very early stages of the beta, I was, once I had my beta key, in like my first or second game actually, I was playing with Sexy Bambo in a team. And he was the one actually that kind of over the chat told me that how I can improve. And I think one of the things that makes a player better is to calculate your HP better, you know, to dive towers, because I was like diving or not diving. Oh, here we go, initiation on the bottom lane. But knowing that you can take like 5 or 6 tower hits, and that will give you enough time to get a kill. that makes a difference because, well, between a kill and not a kill. Tier 1 tower on the bottom lane gonna go down. Gets denied by Queen of Pain though, really nice. That will be a pain in the arse for Mouse Sports.
Yeah, a little bit of a mismove there from Black. His bear did get Malefist, but he wasn't controlling it as well as he could have. He didn't hold position to try and get the last hit with his bear. And it's possible that he was leaving it for the Windrunner to get a little bit more gold, but I don't think so. I think it was just a little bit of misplay. But all in all, good deny there from TC.
Complexity here, placing a sentry ward and getting rid of this really offensive ward on the bottom lane of the Radiant. Now looking to pressure the lane themselves here, see if they're gonna continue moving on. This TC here really aggressively, as well as Hannah Montana. Hannah Montana has Malefist ready, as well as a Black Hole. Gets what's it called? Entangled here though. Nice shackle here on Hannah Montana to one of his only Eidolons, and he's gonna go down for sure here. Fluff and stuff though. Looks to get a nice stun and come with me, and he does do so. TC gets a slow on him as well. No kill as of yet, except for Enigma. Shackle doesn't latch. The bear.
Black looking for an entangle.
Yeah, exactly. One hit entangle.
3 hits on that Lich, no entangle.
Alright, drums completed here on Sexy Bamboo. He's been sitting on this middle lane here for quite a while. Maybe a conscious choice to give him a little bit more farm. Top lane has been left alone by both teams, and yeah, Complexity here realizing that they will not have such an easy time to get the bottom tower, and here in the middle lane, Fluff and stuff as well as IX Mike. Sorry, that was a sneeze. Mentioned my mic here before. Alright, yeah, they are smoked up. They're gonna go around now, but Sexy Bamboo, man, he has like a 6th sense.
Oh, they've got a ward up there as well near the rush pit.
Didn't they smoke?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's possible that he saw the edge of the smoke.
Oh, at 1437 gets caught out and dies to 2 nukes. His stun as well as the IX Mike Nova. Come with me here. Leaves them with a big wall as a thing to have him remembered by.
Yeah, it looked like Sexy Bamboo just wanted to go top to try and defend that tower from the Enigma push, who almost took it down by himself.
Enigma bought himself some Tranquil boots. Interesting. Tower deny from Sing Sing. Okay, that's not so awesome. Well, not so impressive because he was all by himself and the tower was in deny range. Bottom tier 1 here from the Radiant. I expect a big fight coming. Fluff and stuff here, sitting in the fog. No ward for the Radiant. Ping goes out. Here we go. Just 2 heroes for the Radiant. Item picked up by Lich. Disruption goes out from 1437 on the Queen of Pain. All in all, though, just a lot of tension in the air between those 2 teams and the tier 1. Fluff and stuff goes for a stun on Sing Sing. Not much to follow up though. Come with me. Awesome block coming out of this guy. Holy crap, man. This guy is on top of his game. And look at this. Soulcaster with a nuke from Sing Sing gets him down to almost 100 HP.
Huge amount of damage there. And yeah, like you were saying, it's a little bit tense. They know they want towers, but they know that they want to defend towers. And both tier 1 towers that have fallen so far being denied by either side. It's going to be a very interesting game to see who can make the most of their advantage.
Yeah, although Mouse Sports does have that tier 1 tower, and so they do have a 1 tower advantage at the moment. As we see Black here already strong enough together with his bear to take on the Ancient camp here. Let's quickly check the items. Shadow Demon on support duty, just has his boots up. Black has boots on himself and on his bear, and it's doing a 3.4k. He's going to go for the Radiance most likely. Thinks they completed the mech on the top of the phase boots. Come with me. Basically nothing. He's most likely going to go. Let me check his gold quickly. 700, my goodness. Does he have his blink? No, he doesn't. What a poor guy. Sexy Bamboo here, what does he have? Just drums and a point boost, most likely going to head toward an Aghanim Scepter or a Bloodstone. Fluff and stuff. Mana boots, most likely going to transition now into a Blink Dagger. And Jo going to go for the shotgun build. And treads, and on top of his bottle. See how much gold he has? He has 1.2k. TC going to go for Lincoln's most likely. Enigma not quite close to his completed mech yet though, but well, 80 minutes into the game, both teams still need some core items, so once these are completed we'll see some more aggressive movements from either side, perhaps some high ground attempts, But up to now, who would you say has the advantage in this game?
Well, you're just talking about core items. I mean, Windrunner with the mech, Lesh with the drums. I reckon they've got a fair advantage there, especially with that lone druid sitting on a relic now, 3,800 gold. And it's only 1,300 away from his radiance. And after that, we can expect probably a pipe. And that's another core item there, which is going to help greatly against this dire lineup.
Come with me. Just stunning Jo a little bit, making sure he doesn't think that this is his map. But yeah, that lone druid already has the radiance up on his bear. Going up against TC himself, going to see if he can get a lucky entangle. He doesn't manage to do that. But TC has to back out here. He does have his ultimate ready though. But the bear on the other hand, sitting on 12 base armor as well as 1500 HP. In the middle lane, Morphling, Ghost Scepter as well as 2.2k. But yeah, both teams seem to be respecting the area of the others. But as I say that, Mousesports converges on the top lane with 3 heroes. The top lane is nicely warded to prevent some backstabs here. Totally spots at 1437 moving in. Fluff and Stuff has the most convenient invisibility rune of his life at the moment. Gonna see if he can find himself a really strong epicenter.
This could be really dangerous for Mousesports now. Oh, the
Here goes initiation, ultimate as well, only hits on Sexy Bambo, gets defensively disrupted immediately. Fluff and Stuff looks in trouble. Bambo here, gonna go down to a nuke from Lich Shackle. Catches Jo, holds him in place. Leshrac as well, Shadow Demon now down. And Complexity taking 2 heroes and defending their tier 1 tower. Holy crap.
See, I thought it was going to, as I said, it was going to be very dangerous for Mouse from the start with that Invis rune on Escape, but I thought it may turn because the Edict caught him out. They could have seen that he was there. The Edict was hitting an invisible unit. But then he instantly stunned that Lesh, and then Shackle onto the Morphling. It's quite an interesting fight, but yeah, 2 heroes do get picked off from Mouse there, and Complexity defend their tier 1 top tower. And Jo sitting about 600 away from his Ethereal Blade now.
Yeah, sorry guys, I'm having a little bit of trouble with my throat. I'm kind of coughing a lot. Alright. If you look at the warding, you can still see it kind of gives you an insight into the state of the game. It's still currently not decided who has the map control here. Both teams seem to be fine on their side of the map, just farming creep waves. And this will very soon change because Lone Druid here is 300 gold away from his Radiance. When he has that done, Complexity will be in a lot of trouble, and a lot of pressure will be on Jo to complete many items in order to carry his team to victory.
I think the main concern for Mouse here is that Black is the only one farming currently on his Syllabare. The rest of them are walking around as 4 or 3 heroes, looking for ganks, looking for towers.
Fluff and Stuff in big trouble here against Sexy Bambo, who gets the kill on him. Just too much nukage coming out of this hero. My goodness. Got single killed here. On the bottom lane here, Hannah Montana also gets killed. Wow, 2 kills go away with Mouse here. It's this middle game phase of not paying attention, basically, because this is the phase where you can get caught out of position quite easily because everyone is kind of minding his own business. There's no big pushes going on. Everyone tries to get some gold together. And when 2 or 3 heroes group up to get the kill, or you have a Leshrac who's just so awesome and gets a single kill, then there you go. Mousesports now the advantage.
Yeah, I was just about to say that Black was the only one farming, and
disruption here on TC. Sing Sing tried to get himself into position for Shackle Shot. Didn't manage to do that in time. Fluff and Stuff. Support TP in. Alright. Sorry about that.
So much stuff going on. But yeah, Mouse is doing exactly what I thought they'd do. They tried to push top as 4 or 5, and they realized they can't. There's too much team fight and TPs and support coming out of the Complexity side. So they're going around the map looking to pick people off, which is excellent. Lesh taking a solo kill on top, and they take out the...
Here we go, Leshrac attempting to TP out. Is there going to be a stun in time? No, he managed to take the tower and go out. Really nice play from Sexy Bambo.
Meanwhile, at bottom lane there was disruption onto the Sand King, and then a sentry ward placed as he went into Sandstorm, leading into a Shackle power shot, and that's a dead Sand King.
Wow, really nice combination there. Yeah, before this crap went down, I was just checking the items. No, not the items, but the farm, and Jo managed to overtake Black in his farm. Sitting at 130 last hits at the moment, has Ethereal Blade finished, sitting at 400 gold, so he can now start to dish out a bunch of burst damage and can now look toward a Manta style or a Linken's to add some survivability or bonus stats, so he can play around with this a little bit more and can slowly become this really fearsome late game carry. On the other hand, though, look at this lone druid.
Yep, he's sitting on his cloak and radiance now, probably looking towards the pipe, maybe finishing off the boots. I'm not sure what he's going to go for there, but the pipe would be a great core item to get up at this point in the game when they're looking to take these fights, but they're getting caught out a little bit by the magic damage output from the dire side.
Yes, that is very true. And still, even if it's a combo that's unlikely, it is still possible. We saw this happen in the Na'Vi game. Not sure again who they played against, but do you know, remember this awesome teamfight combo that Na'Vi had, and they did this fight at the Roche pit. They had like a black hole, and they did all these combos perfectly. And this is something that Mouz has to worry about constantly. For example, Sexy Bo is doing such a great job here of look at this here, 1-for-3-7. Turned around a little bit, now gets a disruption from Sing Sing. No, it's an ultimate actually, has a huge range tackle. Natchez not on Fluff and Stuff, lucky complexity, Fluff and Stuff channels his ultimate. Wow, Lich manages to survive that, holy crap, that was amazing. Dude, okay, Sexman also went down 2-for-1 at the moment. Is it possible to Ethereal Blade your own ally? Durka?
No, you can't Ethereal Blade your own ally. Lich wandered.
Oh, he won. Okay, it looked like he was ethereal there for a second.
Oh, it was amazing. The split second that he needed to, he used about 3 magic stick charges and negated the last hit from Sing Sing. So Sing turned around thinking he got the last hit, and he walked straight back into the Lich's ulti.
Wow. In the meantime, Lone Druid got picked off from complexity. Sorry, I was completely baffled by this. But yeah, the train of thought was basically that Mouz constantly has to worry about the positioning of themselves, and yeah, as you said, they kind of got caught there. They initiated the fight on complexity, but they were unimpressed. Support TPs came in, they won the team fight, are now going against Roshan. The TP from Urshaker might be a little bit too late, as Roshan is taking too much damage too fast, and this will be an Aegis on Morphling. Complexity now pulling themselves back into this game here with style.
Roshan has fallen.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they did try and initiate on that Lich, but the amount of range and the amount of blinks and sort of counter initiation spells coming out of complexity is just too great.
Yeah, and Black went down the middle lane against complexity as well, so this is something that they don't want to have happen too often, because he does have the cloak now and the radiance, but he will need more gold to secure his dominance in this team fight. We have TC here having
have
his
the
sheepstick completed as well.
Slurp's pipe is incoming. He's finished up the pipe and it's coming right in. So they're looking to push now. They've got pipe and mech. Brilliant core items up against these huge magic damage heroes.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if they'll go high ground or if they're going to go and look for the other tier 2 towers. But they've definitely got a nice bunch of items here for what they need to do.
Having a pipe is completely out of the question against those 3 big ultimates coming. 4 big ultimates if you look at this, man. Epicenter, Sonic Wave, Black Hole, Lich ultimate here. Fluff and Stuff tries to hide in the trees here, then uses his Sandstorm, gets stunned by Sexy Bambo, and he goes down, man. What a nice play here from Mouz. Jo though, TP'd himself in, shotgun Sing Sing, who survives. Wow, this pipe here, now already paying dividends. Sexy Bambo here, turning around, killing Lich as well. Jo in big trouble, is morphing to strength, trying to get out. TC here, doing a little bit of damage with this nuke, but they are working away on this tier 2 tower. Hannah Montana trying to give himself in position. Mech is already popped. TC here still has his ultimate. Slows Black, unimpressed. Edict.
And that
Yeah, go ahead.
it's Sing Sing with the pipe, not the bear.
Oh, wow.
I thought Syllabear had picked up enough gold, but he hasn't. He's pretty poor at the moment, but Sing Sing manages to pick up that pipe on top of the mech.
Hannah Montana gets shackled. Ulti comes up from TC. Really nice ultimate from Come With Me with surprise dagger on TC, who manages to survive just by the nick of time, manages to TP himself out. Jo here, will Morph save his ass? I'm not too sure. Yes, it will. Really nice 1-for-1 trade here, but they did get the tier 2 tower on the top lane. Mouse Sports making the most of this new item of the pipe on Sing Sing, managing to show that he's a team player and that he will be able to carry both mech and pipe and still be of utility to his team and not get focused down before he can utilize these items.
That fissure on that Morphling, while it was necessary, it also pushed the Syllabear out of range. It pushed him onto the wrong side of the fissure, so there was no chance of an entangle on the Morphling, which may have got the kill there.
Oh man. By the way, I hope you can't hear this, but I am in Germany at the moment. I live here, and I live basically right next to a church, and it is showing how awesome Germans built their bells. So let's... Can you hear that?
I can't hear it, so I'm guessing the viewers can't either.
Okay, awesome. Jo here on 2.4k gold on top of his Aegis. I'm gonna follow him with my camera and gonna do a quick check of the gold graph. After it dipped down at the 20-minute mark, heavily in favor of complexity, Mouz managed to pull themselves out of that slump and transition into a nice push and winning that push and getting some kills, and thus making that gold graph appear as it does. XP telling a different tale, though. Complexity is still in the advantageous position in this regard. And now if we're going to go check the items quickly, TC, as I was trying to point out before the team fight happened, has his sheepstick completed. Hannah Montana has the mech, but not much else on this team here. So we have TC and Jo having those big items, as well as Hannah Montana on that mech, which they so desperately need, and Sing Sing here on utility duty with his mech as well as pipe. Initiation here. Wow, really nice move by 147, immediately disrupting himself here. He was ready for this, ultis and everything. Soul Catch up on him as well, and Jo basically finding out that he had a lot of work to do to get some kills.
Yep, and we're looking at a Hyperstone on that Syllabare now, so Black is looking towards that Cuirass, seeing as that Sing Sing has already picked up the pipe. The cloak sitting on himself is just for that extra magic resistance, coupled with his ulti, which gives him a bunch of hit points. It's very good for keeping himself alive.
That is true. On the top lane, Sexy Bambo here, heading toward his BKB, and he does have it right now. He's farming like a beast, and now he will make his way back toward the base. Bought his BKB Brown. Well, it's Illusion here. Illusion from Lich is moving himself toward here. Let's see if he can bait out some spells. 1 for 3-7. He spots him out. Oh, it immediately disrupts, but now realizes, because of the fact that his smoke did not dispel, that this was an illusion. Now it wears off. And again, Mouz converging S4 on the top lane. In the meantime, Black has to watch out here. Chase commences, blink in as well as shotgun up on him. Even using the ultimate, this is one dead Black. Even though he's super tanky, he can't stand against this amount of damage. Goes down to complexity and Mouse Sports. The 4 on top were not able to be there in time, and Black is caught out.
That's some brilliant coordination there from Complexity. I don't know if you saw it, but the SK Burrow Strike and Ethereal Blade were perfectly timed so that the magical damage was increased for that.
Yeah, and this showed how tanky the Syllabare is, man. How much they need to take him down. TC aggressively blinking in, eats the shackle, already nukes, puts everything up that he has here. Come with me, blinks in, really strong ultimate, but even better ultimate coming out of Hannah Montana here, saving his teammates. The Lich ultimate is bouncing like crazy. 3 heroes go down for Mouse Sports, only Queen of Pain goes down for Complexity here, and this is one amazing coordination coming out of Complexity. Hannah Montana keeping his A game intact and making sure that his teammates stay safe by using his black hole at just the right time.
Yep, and Sexy Bamboo thought he had that Morphling there. Almost had him, but 15 stick charges kept him in the game and made sure that Sexy Bamboo didn't pick up a kill on that. Great hard carry there, who has his Ethereal Blade and is just picking heroes off.
Yeah, and he still has the Aegis, so the advantage not quite done yet. Sing Sing might get caught out here, gets nuked. Ethereal tries to wind run out, but there's just enough magic damage here from the Complexity side. Sexy Bambo tries to do, oh, nice mech here. Fluff and stuff goes down to Sexy Bambo. Wow, Sing Sing showing why he's one of the top players in the game at the moment by surviving this thing by the nick of his, I don't even know how you say that in English, but he basically survived. On the top lane here, Leshrac, yeah, Sexy Bambo gets a double kill, kills Enigma.
I was not expecting this. Complexity totally overextending there, pushing in too far, trying to pick up a kill on Sing Sing, but that pipe and mech sitting on him, just too much. They can't do enough damage to him to bring him out. There
we go. Now we're talking the first tactical penis of the game here. Signaling the team to move in toward that tier 2 of the bot. Sing Sing is now smelling blood.
Yeah, the final outer tower there, just waiting for them to take it down, and with all this pushing power, the Edict and the Demolish on the bear should be quite an easy task. Whether or not they'll get to that high ground and start knocking on the tier 3 tower's door will be another question.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, guys, I'm Epi. My co-commentator is Durka, a nice gentleman here from England. You can find him on Facebook, you can find him on Twitch, you can find him on Twitter, I think, as well. Is that true?
Yep.
Find him there at JoinDOTA. Look him up, follow him, like him, because you will see more of us in the near future. We're covering the JoinDOTA Open, we're covering this nice tournament, the JoinDOTA Masters number 8, and we will also be covering the Pro Dota 2 League. And yeah, Mouse Sports here, showing that they are still in their A game. Wow, nice shackle shot on Lich as well as Morphling, who gets, oh my goodness, immediate ultimate coming out of Leshrac, but Sand King is there to support his team here with a really nice ultimate himself. Lich throws his ultimate out as well. Shadow Demon goes down. Look at Complexity. They're all so low life. And the ultimate from Come With Me pops out and gets the kill on Morphling. We'll be right back. Will they be able to get another kill? Let's see if there's going to be an entangle. Immediate wave out. IX Mike as well. TC are here. Hannah Montana's here as well. Big team fight. Spells are flying out everywhere. Black gets focused down, looks in big trouble here, but manages to survive. Sing Sing ulting up on this Queen of Pain, or Jo I should say. And Earthshaker goes down as well to the big, strong magical damage combo of Morphling. But the fight's not quite over just yet. Sing Sing here also now in big trouble. All his items are on cooldown, but he can wind run right about now. But he goes down. Too much magic damage coming out of complexity. So, overextensions happening in both directions now.
I don't think that Mouz factored in the Morphling Aegis into their calculations there, because they did have that fight. They did have it. They made the most of the pipe, the mech. The SK ulti didn't do very much. The SD fell quite early, but they did have pretty much control of the entire fight until that Morphling came back up with full hit points, full mana, and started dealing loads of damage to the rest of the Mouz heroes that were left standing.
Yeah, and Jo was just sitting on 5.5k gold, spent a bunch, and he's going to go for that Ioscadia now, and he will, I think he has it.
2 ultimate orbs, yeah, he does. That's enough, because it's only 1550 for the point booster and the Orb of Venom.
Here we go, Black again, sitting on 210 last hit. Let's see what he's sitting on item-wise. Let's see what the whole team is sitting on, actually, item-wise. We have Black still on boots, and unfortunately I can't bring his bear into my overview as well, so I'm just going to have to go over there and check. Yeah, he's still quite a ways away from his Assault Cuirass. He's carrying the plate by himself, so he can survive a little bit longer. In the meantime, though, Jo, as we said just now, finishes Ioscadi. BKB up on TC as well. Hannah Montana manages to get one big step toward his BKB in the form of that Ogre Axe, and IX Mike got a 4-staff of his own. So really nice. That Sand King Blink as well, super clutch for those team fights. As you can see, he goes in there and deals a bunch of magical damage, basically serving the purpose of dispelling that pipe. So TC, well, basically they have so much damage, so one of those big ultimates, either Lich, Fluff, or Queen of Pains, will get basically negated by the pipe, but they still have more than enough to deal with this. And Hannah Montana has only landed 1 or 2 big black holes. Good for Mouse Sports, because if these ultimates work together just as they're intended to, then they will definitely lose those team fights. But they've been positioning themselves really well, as they're now making their way into the mid-high ground.
Yeah, the only trouble is when the Mouse had that slight advantage with their core items over complexity, they didn't really take it. They haven't taken Roshan, they haven't sort of warded up and taken control of the enemy forest and tried to pressure towers. They've looked for kills, and they've been caught out quite a fair few times. And if you take a look at the gold graph now, complexity have been making the most out of this. They've been farming their forest, farming the lanes, making sure that Morphling gets all the gold he needs, and they've pulled that gold advantage to about 10k.
That is true, man. I think, yeah, Mouse was now back off, because I was just thinking, just as you were saying this, that they weren't making the most out of their early to mid-game advantage. Now they're moving themselves into Roshan, and they're attempting to do this. But yeah, as you said, man, this might have been too reckless. If they attempt to take the high ground there, they would have gotten destroyed. Smoke up now from complexity, gets spotted up by Shadow Demon, though the ping is out. And here we go. Smoke gets dispelled, Sexy Bamboo in a really nice position. Whoa, drops immediately to a really nice combo from complexity. The 5-on-4 fight commences. Buyback from Queen of Pain, and TP's in. She will be a while before she's there, though. Mouse 1437 goes down immediately. Fluff's ultimate, and now Come With Me gets Black Hold right after he manages to get his ultimate off. Not doing too much damage, though. Complexity still sitting on high life. Now Earthshaker falls. Sing Sing is going to fall shortly after. Goes down. TP out here.
And the Radiant Courier sitting there.
And now Roshan's going to go down to complexity.
Going to high ground when you know the enemy is smoked, when they have so many stuns and disables, not really a smart move there from Sexy Bamboo, getting completely caught out and insta-gibbed by that Queen of Pain ulti with the Ethereal Blade. And then, like you said, turning it into a 4v5 fight with Black doing, well, not being able to do anything apart from sit in the background, letting his bear do radiance damage, so the rest of his teammates were left to do most of the dirty work, and that was leaving them to die.
Yeah. That is actually one of the things, like Lone Druid doesn't see, well, he sees many games because he's just so powerful, but he doesn't seem to be fitting all that well into the current way Dota is played.
That's why I was quite concerned that he wasn't the one picking up the pipe and that Windrunner was, because having both of those core items on one hero, if Windrunner drops early or if he's picked off, that means there's no mech, no pipe for the fight. And Syllabear really does need that magic reduction. He really does against these heroes, because he is not able to do anything in the fight apart from sit in the background letting his bear do all the work, because he can't take any damage.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, again, a little bit of a mispositioning by Mouse around that Roche pit. Possibly if they'd stayed on the high ground to the south of the Roche pit and waited for Complexity to come and meet them, they would have had the advantage and initiated on Complexity rather than it being the other way around.
Yes, exactly. That is a really good point. That could have actually made things a lot better for them. Instead of the game Dota is reliant upon positioning so much, and the difficult thing about this is that for newer players, or even for more experienced players, it's really difficult to see in which situations your positioning was perfect or it was really crap. And this was a case that you pointed out where they didn't make use of the map to 100%, because they initiated the fight right around here, and which is on equal level from the guys that came in with the smoke. But the purpose of that smoke was to catch them roshing. So if they would have stood up here, the smoke gang would have come through this way, which would have dispelled the smoke and given vision to the Radiant of the Dire, but not vice versa, and that would have made it a whole lot more easier for them to focus the right target, to initiate the team fight, and to perhaps have a different outcome there.
And look at Complexity now. They just won a team fight and they go straight back to farming, getting more and more gold advantage, getting more and more items in their pockets.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just perfect example of how to play this game when you have an advantage and you want to push it.
Morphling now, so 2.4k, maybe going for maybe a BKB next, just so we can play a little bit more, show Sing Sing how much damage he can do with his Ethereal Blade.
Yeah, 30% of Sing Sing's hit points instantly gone.
Sing Sing will probably be like, oh man, this guy's too good right now. That's probably what he's saying. And also,
Light of Heaven!
yes, Light of Heaven! Light of Heaven Morphling
This
attack.
guy's dandy, this guy's dandy!
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, and Sing Sing seems to be really impressed by the Complexity game, because as of 40 minutes into the game, we've only seen one tactical penis. Maybe it's a lack of tactical penises that's given them into this, gotten them into this bad position.
Entirely possible.
I think so too, man. I think I'm onto something here. 400 more gold, 300 more gold here for Queen of Pain until she has her Shiva's Guard. Man, look at her. She is farmed as heck. She has a Scythe, she has a Black King Bar, and she is soon to have a Shiva's Guard. So this game, I would say at the moment, even though they don't have the tower advantage, but I do think that this game is Complexity's to lose.
Especially when you think about Queen of Pain being solo against that tri-lane at top, and she's managed to come back so hard into this game with, like you said, these items, which she shouldn't really have with the amount she was shut down early. She was dead to first blood, and then she pretty much couldn't do anything on her lane because of all the stuns and the disruption. But Complexity have made the most of their advantages, pulling back every team fight they can, scrambling around to try and defend heroes, and then they know that they can farm the forest safely after they've done so.
Yeah. So maybe Mousesport's a little bit dumbfounded now, because they might not be too sure how to do this. Sexy Bambo, though, gotta point out, he's been doing really nice in the team fights lately. He did get caught out there in that smoke gang, as you point out, where the whole of Mousesports did maybe a slight positional mistake. But other than that, getting caught out and dying immediately, he has been really contributing a lot to those team fights. Just being present with that Nova, with those nukes, with those stuns and that Edict. I think Mousesports need a really nice team fight now. And
Well, again,
yeah.
Again, no wards up from Mousesports, so they can't even farm their own forest. They're sitting really far back on this tier 2 tower at mid, not farming anything, so they're wasting a lot of gold, while Complexity are just readying up, getting their items, looking for Enigma. What's Poppy saying? But yeah, Complexity are just looking for the next opening, and hopefully if they take a big team wipe, they'll be able to push into high ground and take some racks.
Yeah, and now Windrunner shows the awkward position of Sing Sing, because he needs 500 more gold for that really, really important sheepstick, but they have vision, and he does need to kind of go into dangerous positions to get that, to farm this gold up. And as you said, they don't have any vision. Sing Sing might be in trouble wherever he goes, so he has to take the risk to farm up.
What's Poppy talking about?
What the hell?
We have Jo there picking up his BKB. Oh, this is going to be a very interesting fight for Mouse. They're not going to be able to do anything to him.
Oh my goodness, he still has that Aegis. Well, no, not still. It's already the second one because they just killed
Yep.
Roshan. But now the tier 2 on the bottom and is about to take a fall. And I have a feeling that Mouse Sports should not contest this. I think they should fight from the high ground because if they go now, I fear for their lives, man. Yeah, there we go. Uncontestedly, that tier 2 tower falls. That fell really fast, man. They have a strong damage output. So here we go. Complexity turning things around now, attempting to take the high ground on the Radiant side. TC here nuking on the creep wave, eats a fissure, but he don't care. He has a sheep stick, he has a Shivas, he has magic immunity. He's just waiting for his chance to go in. So is Jo. He has a full 10-second duration with an Aegis, and Mouse Sports now completely on their back foot. Black sitting on 2.3k health, not doing too much damage himself. His bear also, in my opinion, too weak for what Complexity has to offer, but they fall back. They are content with playing the game of saying, alright, we can wait until we win a team fight because we're not afraid to stand toe-to-toe with you guys in the late game. But here we go now, initiation on Black here. Jo goes in, pops his BKB, 1.37, leaves his life. Nice black hole here on Sing Sing from Hannah Montana as well as Bear. Nice ultimate from Fluff and stuff as well. A beautiful and perfect initiation coming out here, and Come With Me does do a nice ultimate but gets caught all by himself and goes down as well. A team wipe. Sing Sing buys back, but 5-0 for Complexity, just showing the amazing teamfight potential that these guys have and the coordination within the team to pull off such an amazing teamfight.
Did someone TP? I'm pretty sure Morphling faked a TP top and they heard it, so Mouse Sports thought, okay, we've got an advantage here, it's 5v4, we'll go take the fight. So they ran in, Syllabear first, and Morphling cancelled his TP, and then Ethereal Blade, Adaptive Strike, Waveform into Syllabear. Oh, Sing Sing's getting picked off here, exactly the same thing.
He says, please, I have children in the chat.
But yes, there's that initiation from Complexity, and they can go straight into high ground. Probably going to take this Rax here without any contention whatsoever.
Yeah, but that's another slight point you pointed out here. Double initiation here from TC as well. Fluff and 1.37 has to stall his death for another 3 seconds. There he goes, and then he goes down. And yeah, as you said, man, I totally kind of forgot about this. Jo actually was TPing toward the top lane, but he wasn't in the end. So yeah, nice, nice fake.
Yeah, and then jumped on that Syllabear, taking up about half his hit points, and obviously Enigma ulti into Sand King ulti, absolutely devastating.
Yeah. Again, sitting on almost 4k gold this Morphling, now on 4.3k after this tower. Still has his Aegis up. I have Scotty, making it possible to go all in on his agility and still sitting on 1.7k as well as 41 armor. Dig that, man.
That's pretty ridiculous.
Well, it's a little bit overkill, isn't it? Because it maxes out after a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Is
I
it
can't remember.
21? I think something like that.
I can't remember the value for it.
41. So let's quickly here, let me follow this guy in here. It has a physical damage resistance of 70%. So there you go. We have 100. So this bear here, let's quickly go to the bear. The bear will do around 50 damage. Awesome. 50 damage per attack on Morphling. Roshan's gonna be up within 1 minute, and I think my senses tell me that Mousesport's gonna try to go for this. Complexity's gonna challenge and kill them, and then Mouse is gonna call GG.
Well, Complexity knows exactly where they are again with the wards up. Mouse does have a ward up there to check whether or not Complexity will come around the side, but there's no sentry, so if they smoke up, there'll be no.
Jo gets shackled here, though. Are they going to initiate? Immediate BKB from Fluff into the Epi. Here goes TC, also throws out his ultimate. Hannah Montana looking for the black hole, not needed at the moment because 2 heroes from Mouse are already down. Bambo, he had enough of this. Goes in with his ultimate, but Hannah Montana says, alright man, I'll use my ultimate for you. Come with me, goes in after that, goes down as well. So, triple kill for Morphling, holy crap.
Take a quick look at TC's items and you can understand exactly how they won that team fight just now.
Wow. Really nice counter initiation from Fluff and stuff as well. Everyone on the Complexity side keeping their cool. Basically taking the magical damage from Bambo within the 3-second lifespan that he had there. And also tanking the ultimate from Earthshaker. Just not doing enough, and I think they will call the GG here pretty soon.
Yeah, I can't see anything that Mouse can do against this. With the Black Hole Sanking Ultimate and such a fat Morph and Queen of Pain, I mean, they are just dishing out the damage left, right, and centre here. Mjolnir on that Queen of Pain. She put the buff on herself last fight. When she got hit, it just dealt so much damage back to the people hitting her. Shiva's as well, nice AoE effect.
Yeah,
And there's the GG from 1437.
there we go.
Some brilliant play from Complexity here, showing why exactly they were invited to the International.
Yeah, complexity here. Shout out to Sing Sing Children. Alright, Complexity takes the win. Disconnects coming out from Mouse Sports. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. I'm Epi. Check out at epicommentary.com. Check out my Facebook and Twitter as well as Facebook. I will have some, and YouTube. I'll have some beta key contests coming up. And yeah, thank you Durka for coming in with me. We'll have a second game here, Virtus Pro versus Dara. I'm looking forward to casting that with you as well. Where can the viewers find you, man?
Twitch TV, Facebook, Twitter, all that /JoinDOTA.
Alright, so Complexity takes this game, and then Virtus Pro will be the last game for the day. I will upload all these VODs for you guys. I couldn't stream this, I'm very sorry. But yeah, Dara against Virtus Pro will be up next, and then tomorrow I hope I will have my stream fixed. We will live stream the next game for the JoinDOTA Masters number 8. See you guys soon. Thanks for tuning in.